Today is National Brothers Day, and what better way to spend it than with my brothers from other mothers as we go together to battle in the trenches of the snacking wars in a little pod we like to call You Tried Dat. You Tried Dat. Happy Brothers Day. I'm Nick Novak, my pal Jay Hancock.
Hey, brother.
Nick,
Are we that kind of brothers? I don't know. Brothers with an A at the end? What's up, brothers?
that was Hulk Hogan, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Hey, brother.
Press 5 to celebrate National Brothers Day.
Okay.
I hold on. I do have a quick. Since we're talking about brothers, just I wonder, real quick story, if you ever had an interaction like this with your brother that my two kids had the other day. This is word for word what happened. My daughter, who's 7, she called to my son, who's 4, and she said, "Hey." Now, if you remember, like a month or two ago, we talked about that. My daughter lost her first tooth.
Mhm.
So just now, she says to him, "Hey, guess which tooth I lost?" And he just looks at her and then doesn't say anything. And then after a second, he says, "When there's too much blood in my penis, it points at the sky." Did you ever have that interaction with your brother?
Whoa. Ladies don't like that line usually.
It's a ChatGPT pickup line right there.
Okay, so going furniture shopping. I don't know how you guys feel about furniture shopping, but I hate it. And when it's time to go into the store, because I don't want to buy furniture. No one wants to buy furniture online because you want to sit on it.
Gotta sit on it. Yeah.
But when you go in, you know you're going to get accosted by the salesman.
Now, what are you getting? Are you getting for a couch, chair? What are we talking?
Yeah, we just have an old couch. It's like time to start looking for a new one.
You have a couple caved-in cushions and stuff on that couch. I remember, it feels like the springs are like,
yes,
they're like hard to get out of some of those cushions.
Yeah, and another part of the problem is like we have a slightly aging dog, like an 8 or 9-year-old dog, and it's like if we get a new couch now, dog's just gonna fuck up the new one too. So should we wait? What should we do? But anyway, I'm like standing outside the store, and I don't even want to go in. Like I just know what's going to happen to me, and so we go in, and you can see like it's very empty. And you can see like multiple salesmen kind of like sitting in different chairs and stuff, like waiting for the next person to come in.
Their eyes just hone in on you like Terminator or something. Like
yeah. And the guy who apparently his turn must be gets up. He is dressed like 1970 used car salesman, like plaid pants, shirt busting at the seams, and starts like has like a coat with like a huge rip in it, and starts to like hobble over towards us. He has a very, very strong noticeable limp, and I'm like, oh no. So I try to like turn the other way and start kind of like walking down an aisle away from him.
Let's pass over this. Find someone else whose turn it is. Whose turn that doesn't have a limp.
Well, it's almost like I just want to turn away from anyone, but then you turn and there's another one.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how can I walk through this store without being spoken to?
It's like a horror movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Anywhere you turn, there's a zombie.
We know we are not buying a couch that day.
Right.
Like it's one of the first places you've gone into. And
just browsing. Everyone, I'm just browsing.
And so he's like, wait. He has an extremely strong Italian accent. This man's probably in his mid-60s. Comes near us. Wait, I show you around. I'm like, oh no. He gets close. He smells like he ate dog shit that morning. He's got 9 gold teeth.
Goodness.
I love this guy.
And I immediately, like, there's part of me that's like, oh, I kind of feel a little bad. And he's going to be like, you buy a couch, my kids eat tonight. You know.
Wow.
I cook the pasta on this couch.
You know, buy a couch, they don't eat it, so that's okay. Like,
you want my kids
secret
to
ingredient is
starve?
dog
That's
shit.
fine. Just walk out that door. My kids all die tonight. It's fine.
So he's like, we're like, oh, you know, we're just looking, we're just browsing, and he's like kind of like limping faster after us. We're trying to get away. He's like, I'll show you. I have that. And he's just pointing as we walk past stuff, just talking behind us. I have that in gray. We have that one in brown.
Just chasing you out the door.
And so we kind of like go to the back of the store, and I can like see him like down the aisle, like staring at us, like guarding the door. There's no way for me to get out.
God damn.
Yeah, and so
Gil needs a sale.
Yeah, so he follows us around most of the time, and part of me, like, because of the appearance of this man, I was like, should I buy a couch? Like, does he need the
Do
money?
you want his kids to die or not? I think is the question. If you're okay with child murder, then by all means, don't buy a couch from him.
And he basically followed us around for a lot of the time. And after I finally convinced him, like, oh yeah, we actually have to go. Like, he started walking away. He's like, come, I show you this over here. And I'm like, oh, actually, we got to go. And we start walking towards the door kind of fast. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I can hear him behind going, hey, now you an all-star. And I was like,
wait, really?
Yes, he started singing.
Does he listen to the pod?
Why?
I don't know. The song was not playing in the store.
What a weird approach.
What? Did you turn around and went, somebody once told me I need to buy a couch now? You know, like you should have engaged with him further at that point. It seems like a sign, right?
Somebody once told my kids they would eat tonight. It was me, and I was telling a lie.
Might as well buy that ottoman too. So how much furniture did you end up buying? Is his family able to eat 2 nights?
Set.
Then I saw his limp, and I hightailed it out of there. So that was it. So he like trailed off like all-star, like as you're like going out the door, you just hear him singing.
It was like him singing to him, like, you know, like a guy is just like, oh well, which so why you work. He just was very resigned to like us walking out.
Strange.
Was he a close talker too, so you could smell his shit mouth?
I tried to keep my back to him at all times, and you could still, like, anytime, you know, that, like, look, maybe this is, I don't know if this is ageism, but a lot of old people have a really, like, shit smelling breath.
What?
Like something has died in his mouth, like all his teeth are dead, and he's
he has 8 fake teeth. It's not a bad guess.
I don't think it's ageism to say that old people suck at everything. Like, that is totally true statement.
Like, this guy's just trying to make a living. He's trying to sell me a couch.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to feed his kids anything but dog feces for dinner tonight. If you don't buy a couch, I must have my kids eat the dog's shit again. That's all we have.
Here's an idea. Sell all the gold in your mouth.
Yeah.
Buy them a sandwich. I hate, we have gone furniture shop. I don't like any sort of salesman. And like, like when they come in, I'll go, I'm good. I'll come find, I know they're doing their job, but I'll just say, I know you need to talk to me. I'm good. I'll come find you if we have questions. And then if they keep asking me, I go, I'm good. I will find you. And one guy, I think at one point I said, if you come over here again, I'm leaving. Like, just don't, like, stop pestering me. Oh yeah, you like couches? Yeah, they're good for sitting, huh? Leave me alone. And the problem is my wife will just try to make a deal, but has no concept of the parameters of negotiation. They'll be like, all right, this couch costs $6,000. How about $1,000? Like that's not. They're not going to just lop off 90% of the cost or whatever. Like, okay, free delivery and assembly. Assembly. It's a couch. What are they putting on the cushions? Like it's just to carry it in the house.
Yeah.
So she gets really amped up and in their face about like all the parameters and stuff.
You look like your mobility sucks. Can you sit on there and try to get up so I can see kind of what's
I want to see if I'm still going to be able to get up from this couch in 30 years when I'm an old piece of shit like you.
Let's say my life is in the gutter. And I'm an old man working at a furniture store. I want to see what it might feel like on my pathetic old ass.
I got this new flossing and water pick set. I wanted to see what it would do to a badly ravaged gingivitis mouth. Could you try sucking this down into your shithole and see what happens?
Can you just bend over and breathe on this couch a little bit? I want to see if it absorbs the odors when my dog has diarrhea all over it.
I run an ASMR YouTube channel. If you wouldn't mind flossing your teeth.
Hey, tell you what, I'll buy this couch on one condition. I got this Smash Mouth cover band I'm putting together. I need a lead singer. We do Hey Now You're an All-Star. That's the only song we sing. It's got to be slightly off key and apropos of nothing.
Yeah, is that his like motivational song? He sings it to himself to pump himself up for the next customer, you know? Like, I'm an all-star, I can do it. You know what I mean?
You might as well just killed all my kids. 'Cause I boo-doo-doo-doo.
I might as well have been a fucking bum. Did you look around at all the other salespeople, and as they were talking, they all had like gold teeth, and they all like were like weird and like doodadding. Like, were they all just smelly and old?
No, the other ones. I mean, look, there's
normal?
a certain God love them, but there's certain things that have gone wrong. If you are, they all look depressed.
Yeah,
like,
furniture sales is the halfway house of sales. That's not where you want. That's not a good.
You gotta go. You just gotta go to like IKEA, right? Nobody's gonna limp over to you there.
The Swedes are very healthy people.
I mean, the couch is gonna suck, but you know, at least you won't be bothered by the salesperson.
I mean, it's made of balsa wood, but at least you.
The couch is made out of that guy's teeth, but you know,
So yeah,
they do like meatballs, much like the Italian guys.
I mean, I spent so much less time in there because of the salesman.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Any salesman, like not necessarily this guy. This guy kind of liked, like he won me over, but like I just wanted to get out of there because I couldn't look at the furniture in peace.
Well, Novak, what's your first priority? Getting a good story for the pod or getting sold a couch? You're gonna stick around until you're shooting dice with him in the back alley and taking his kids' food money.
Dance, Remy. What'd you say?
He comes limping up, and you're like, "I'm just browsing," and he goes, "Oh, what? There's too much of blood in my penis. It points to the sky."
All right, let's eat these snacks. 3 snacks, 5-point scale. Love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, hate that. Let's start with the peanut butter cup this time. We got the little single pack Whims, WHIMS peanut butter cup, and it says oat milk chocolate, 1 gram of sugar.
Oh, so it's gonna suck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does this have fake sugar in it? Or real?
Who got us this, or who?
Me. I stole these from my office.
Oh, okay.
I mean, borrowed. I have to take them back, so you know, return the contents.
It's not a traditional peanut butter cup shape. The bottom's like completely round, or I guess I don't even know what the fuck the bottom's supposed to be, but this one could be a tough rating. Geiger.
Not for Chad, he's spitting it out.
What do you think? Yeah, for Chad to spit a peanut butter cup. Geiger, what do you think of this Whims?
For like a 0 sugar candy, it has some good qualities. I like that the peanut butter is saltier than others. I think that the peanut butter is creamy, which I like. Problem is that chocolate's real bad. The chocolate's like real, like that fake. I don't know if it's a carob or whatever, but it just tastes. Are you gonna make it, Chad? You're like fucking dying over there. Every time I look over, you're grimacing and gagging.
That's yeah. No, go ahead. It's oat milk, I think is what the chocolate's made out of, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it just has the weird flavor to it. The peanut butter itself is not horrible to me. I mean, I guess it's the better part of the combo, but as it stands, the aftertaste is bad. The during taste isn't great. I'm going to give it a mild dislike. It's not hateable. I think it's going to be tied one dislike to one hate in a second. But
I'm very interested to see what Chad says because there was some real strong reaction going on when Geiger was talking.
I was wondering if I ate the wrong snack. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. You were eating it like it was bear meat out of a can.
I don't know. I don't know what I reacted so viscerally to, but I took a bite of about half of it, and after chewing on it for like 2 seconds, I felt like I was going to throw up. Like it just started to make me gag for some reason. And I don't know why. And so I spit it out. And then I thought, well, that was weird. Like, why did I spit that out? Maybe I'll take another bite and see if it happens again.
Regurgitated candy now?
No. Of the the unchewed half. No, I did not baby bird the chocolate back into my own mouth. And it just, the same thing. Like this. You're right, Geiger. The peanut butter actually is like fine to like maybe below average. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not, the peanut butter's not the problem, although it's not great peanut butter. But this chocolate is really revolting to me for some reason. And I don't think it's the oat milk because like I have had oat milk before. Like oat milk is fine. But it's maybe it's the fake sugar. I don't know. It's really, really repulsive to me. This is probably the worst peanut butter cup I've ever had in my life. I hate that.
Wow.
Yeah, spit it in my pocket. I give it to my kids.
All 7 of my kids have to share this one regurgitated Whims peanut butter cup tonight.
I mean, unless you buy an easy chair.
Okay. This is not something to be spit out. It is a very just not good tasting peanut butter cup. As we've said before with these low sugar things, sugar is what makes them taste good. And it is backed up here. I feel like it just is void of kind of taste. There's nothing that's all that gross to me. To me, I'm giving it a indifferent to that.
Wow.
So we are a little bit spread out on this one, but not a good score. We cannot recommend that Whims. Let's do the Curly Swirlies next. The Curly Wurly Swirlies. Now we have had the Cadbury Curly Wurly, which is like a single bar that is more kind of like pretzel shape. They're kind of the size of like a trolley gummy worm.
Yeah.
But it's just all chocolate covered. It is Cadbury, the company. So a strong pedigree there. Chad, you're going to be first with these. What do you think?
I think these aren't for me. They smell really good, actually. And I remember the Curly Wurly itself being okay. But this type of like really, really sticky caramel, I mean, there's some of it still in the back of my teeth that I'm having trouble getting out, is the flavor of it is not like, the flavor of it is not like sort of, powerful's not the right word, but like, it's not like really strong or appealing enough to justify all the stickiness in my teeth with it. And there's nothing else to it, right? It's just chocolate with this little bit of caramel. I do like the form factor of this, I could see like just kind of like these little, like you had a bag of like little Kit Kats or little like things shaped like this with peanut butter on the inside or something like that. That could be like a really fun snack to eat. The Curly Wurly itself is not doing it for me. I'll just give it an indifferent to that.
Yeah, I think this is one of the worst Cadbury products I've had, actually. It's pretty disappointing. The during taste is a lot better than the aftertaste. I think that's because the chocolate is good and the caramel is not good.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's pretty disappointing. I don't remember the Curly Wurly well enough. I feel like I probably felt similarly about it. I hate these episodes where I'm giving these indifference, but to me, this is just a very middling snack. I'm going to give it another indifferent to that. Geiger?
Yeah, I think the best part about these Cadbury products is always that like creamy milk chocolate. And there's like a very thin amount of it here, so you don't really taste it. It gets stuck in your teeth. It's just basically eating a stick of caramel, which is fine, but I'm indifferent there too. I don't think these are all that great.
All right, lazy electioneer, but it is squarely in the lead, and we do have an M&M product coming up, the M&M Pop'd, after the segment. Geiger.
All right. Well, as those of you who follow the pod know, we have some unfinished business here, and that's to figure out who's going to win the AHL Mascot Tournament. The last time we did one half of the bracket, and we still have the final match on that side. We'll get back to that later. But for now, we are going to hit up the two other sides of the AHL, and that will be the teams in the Central and Pacific divisions. Now, again, they have different numbers of teams in each one, so we have a little bit of goofiness to get through there with the numbers. But we're going to start with the Central. And we're gonna start with there's a 7 teams in the Central. We're gonna start with this one. we're gonna start with the only list A that I have. We're gonna start with the 4-5 matchup. The 1 seed gets a bye, so we're gonna have to wait to see what happens there. And it's gonna be a local matchup here. The 4 seed Chicago Wolves, good old Wolf, against the number 5 seed Milwaukee Admirals.
Hold on, wasn't there a wolf in the other?
There was
Division 2, because I remember saying the
Wolf
Wolves.
Pack.
Oh,
Pack
okay.
of wolves. So this is a singular wolf.
I have been to a couple of Chicago Wolves games because they play like about 20 minutes from our house.
I've been to one of those. I've been to a couple Admirals games in my life when I, was back in Wisconsin. I'm not by nature it's always been strange to me that Wisconsin doesn't have a hockey team because the state does really like hockey. But we have the Admirals. So, Chad, I'm going to make you start here. Wolves versus the Commanders of the Ocean.
Yeah. Russell Crowe himself, Master and Commander. Is that? I actually haven't seen that movie. Is he an admiral in that?
David Robinson, the admiral. I mean, he's probably
master.
He's a master. He's also a commander.
Okay, Wolves versus Akbar is what you're saying.
He's an admiral. Yep. Holdo.
All right. Well, the reason I remembered.
Don't go in the furniture store. It's a trap.
Lando, will you buy this Kessel spice? I need to feed my kids tonight.
We'll do better against that limp man than we will against those Star Destroyers. Okay. The reason I remembered we did Wolf was because I remember going on for about 10 minutes about how Wolf is like a D-tier predator or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not even that good of an animal. And I mean, like,
not that good of an animal.
It's not that good. I mean, the only positive thing I can really say about wolves is that dogs evolved from them, right? But like, dogs are just superior to wolves in literally every single way. So it's like wolves, like they played their part. They probably shouldn't exist anymore. Like I'm not advocating for like species extinction, but if we do have to extinct a species, it might as well be the wolf. That's all I'm saying. So I think the Admiral's going to take this one easily here.
Wow.
Oh, you're really anti-wolf. I had no clue.
Anti-wolf propaganda. I think a wolf is a plenty fine animal.
Yeah. They probably do a lot more than like a snail does.
I like snails.
But I do like a wolf. I think it's a good animal. And I think it's a pretty good mascot too. It's a solid mascot. But I don't think it's going to be able to stand up against. I picture an animal having like a cutlass or something like that.
Yeah, they gotta have
guns.
Yeah. So animal,
like a heat-seeking missile launcher.
That's right.
Like the current animals I'm talking about. Like I think they just walk around the ship deck with a bazooka on their shoulder. All right. The third seed.
It's probably as likely as them walking around a fucking like naval ship with a cutlass.
Here comes a Scud missile. Avast ye! Oh shit, he's not going to be able to help. Okay, the third seeded Texas Stars. Now we've had these celestial beings in these tournaments before, so again, it's up to you to figure out how the star fights against the 6th-seeded Manitoba Moose. I gotta be honest, I like a moose. They look funny. They're big. I wouldn't want to fuck one up.
Moose.
I like a moose.
I like them. Oh, I didn't even put that together. Sorry,
quite like a moose.
That moose, they're like, I think if a moose charged me, I'd shit my pants. They're big.
Oh yeah, they'll take you down easy.
Yeah.
But
B-tier predator.
And I am a star.
You are not a star.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
So I do like a moose also. I think it's a good animal.
Yeah.
And I think something, maybe we'll find a way for the star to get beaten. But there's no logic in a in a moose beating a star.
Well, does the star know it's in a fight? I mean, it's just inert. Just sits there.
Doesn't have to know.
The moose could out-logic it. The tactical moose.
The moose is a fine animal. There's probably lots of other, certainly could beat a wolf. There's probably lots of other mascots it could have beaten, but a star is not going to be one of them. So,
okay. Number 2 seed. Now, this was maybe a controversial seeding, but this is also because I'm giving you some creative license on how to interpret this mascot. So it is the Iowa Wild. And they're named the Wild because they're basically a feeder team for the Minnesota Wild. So the Minnesota Wild has like a little bear head as a mascot and some trees. I will say you have the entire wilds open to you. You could pick any sort of.
It's quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big range.
I wonder what we did when we did Minnesota Wild.
If I had any sort of ingenuity, I would have looked it up. Check the archives for us. But Chad, I think you lead us off here. Iowa Wild versus the Rockford Ice Hogs. So the Ice Hog mascot, it's a pig. That can apparently roller
with like ice skates on or something.
Yeah, it's a hockey playing pig.
Let me see if let me look up Ice Hog.
Probably looks like Bebop from the Turtles, I'm guessing.
It's the what Ice Hogs?
The Rockford Ice Hogs.
The mascot is pretty funny.
Big old swarthy pig head.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. Got big teeth.
Ice Hog versus the Wild.
Famously, 3 Little Pigs, where the wolves are wrecking shop against the pigs, but that's fine until they outsmart them.
No, they outsmart them with the bricks or whatever. The Ice Hog looks pretty fucking tough, honestly. And like I just don't see what the Wild like. It's just a forest, or whatever. Like there's
could be all the animals in the forest, the collective might of the Wild.
Yeah, it's not. It's just a forest, which is very inert. And as we've talked about, inert objects cannot win any of these matchups except a star. So I will go with Ice Hog here. I almost said Wild.
Oh, actually, I think it was about Oscar Wilde. The poet. Oscar Wilde famously went hogging, so he might have an advantage here.
I don't like these ideas. Like when we have the Rockies and like just big regions
things.
Yeah. I think it's tough. And maybe like is beating it. How do you beat it? You survive out there, or you have to.
The Ice Hog hikes the Appalachian Trail, and then that's winning.
Wait till we get to the Ottawa Mesopotamias. You're gonna really fuck that.
So I think an Ice Hog. Look, Ice Hog will die a natural death. It's not going to be defeated by the Wild. So I'm going to go with Ice Hog.
Natural death. Plus, it has the added advantage it can exist on ice.
That's
Okay.
It will die of natural causes someday. Okay, so
we'll
don't
stay
have
right
to worry
there.
about it.
We'll do Stars versus Ice Hog.
Oh, I wish there was something a little stronger here.
Fire versus ice.
We're getting there, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think I'm looking for a way to get Star out of here because I don't always like the favorites, like the underdog. But I'm not sure the Ice Hog is the one to get that done. So let's put Star through.
Okay.
I mean, even if we take the Ice Hog to its logical conclusion and assign it Elsa from Frozen powers, right? Which it probably has.
She's what? She's an ice hog? I'm not seeing the
Well, I'm just saying he's ice. He's got, like,
even if he had ice powers.
Even if he had ice powers is what I'm saying.
The only power I gave him earlier was dying a natural death.
Right. He doesn't have ice powers. He just has getting old and dying powers. Okay. That's the only powers it has.
I read this wrong. It's Iceman's hog from the X-Men.
It does have limp and talk like an Italian powers. Those are the powers that the Ice Hog has, and that's not going to be enough to beat the Star. So we'll move Star along.
When the blood goes to Iceman's penis,
it shoots right into a star and cools it off. All right, the Admiral survives to face the top seed in the entire in this bracket, the Grand Rapid Griffin. So the Griffin, obviously mythical beast, half lion, half eagle.
Yeah.
Big old tail.
Big old tail.
Big old tail. I don't know how, like...
It's got them big old tails.
Yeah, it's got the big old Baileys. I don't know... He put his wings on the glass. I don't know how big they are. Or, like, if they have other power. I think they shoot fire from their mouth. I could be making that up.
How big is a griffin?
Yeah, that's dragons.
Doing the work.
It's not the Peter Griffins. I know that. Or the Merv Griffins.
Okay, here we go. An adult griffin is typically depicted as a large, majestic creature roughly the size of a lion or horse, often measuring around 8 feet in length from beak to tail.
So like Iceman's hog.
Known for impressive broad wingspans that can stretch 25 feet or more, and they weigh around 500 pounds.
So versus the strategic
have
genius of the Admiral. Yeah. Right. They might be able to... Man can be clever. I mean, man has defeated beast before.
That's true. Who's up, Chad?
Does the Griffin die an off-screen death while the camera is focusing on Leia floating through space? Does that happen to the Griffin? Because if not, it can't really stand up to Admiral Akbar. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just never really was that big of a fan of Griffins, right? Like, yeah, I like if
you had a stance on them at one point.
I do. If you're
I
talking
evaluated them and didn't like them.
You're more of a behemoth man.
Yes, I am absolutely more of a behemoth man. Or behemoth, as I used to call it as a kid. If you're talking mythical creatures, all right, to me the least interesting ones are just like if they mated of 2 other creatures. You know what I mean? Like lion
like
plus
Pegasus.
Bird is, or like centaur or whatever. Like, give me something that's like original, right? That's like fresh. And, it's not just like, here's 2 animals put together. So to me, I
so hold on. You reviewed all of Greek mythology and was like, give me something new and fresh. It was like thousands of year-olds of lore. Why didn't Odysseus come up with a cool thing like a lightning bolt tied to a skateboard?
I hate when an Italian man and a dumpster have a kid and it tries to sell me a couch.
Or like when a couch and a chair have a kid and it's just a fucking love seat. Like, nobody wants the love seat of mythology, right? So, an admiral I'm sure an admiral could beat a lion, and I'm sure an admiral can beat a bird. So why can't an admiral beat a bird and a lion combined? So I'm going to go admiral.
Wow. All right.
I think hybrids are kind of cool sometimes, right? Sometimes you combine furniture and you get a chaise lounge. Right? Look, it said this thing is fucking 500 pounds, 8 feet tall. This admiral
25-foot wingspan.
This admiral stands no fucking chance.
Okay. Tally ho! Oh goodness! Just shits his pants as it fucking screeches at him.
He's a tactical genius, though. Okay,
That's true.
Yeah, no, this griffin's just pure power, blood rushing through his entire cock.
What?
His big old tail, okay, is full of blood.
The key part to know about the griffin is that he's constantly ragingly erect. Okay.
That would make it 10 times scarier.
Oh,
I read through all of Greek mythology, and they're all rock hard all the time. Okay, so
the Cyclops had 2 one-eyed problems, if you know what I mean.
So we're gonna leave this to Geiger. Geiger, you're gonna have to pick one.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but like back in the old times of the military and the Navy, like Admiral MacArthur and all those people, they would pay for boob jobs from the naval people. So like it could be a battle of giant swinging titties versus giant griffin hog.
Yeah.
Look, I would have nothing more than to push Milwaukee to the lead of one of these tournaments, but I don't see a way around cutlass waving admiral trying to fend off a fucking 500-pound griffin.
Yeah.
So I am going to take Griffin and move him along, and that means Griffin will face off with Star.
And actually,
Novak.
Akbar, like, it's not well known, but like right before the ship explodes, he died of natural causes, like a split second before.
they had that shot. He had like a couple gray hairs, and he was sort of like clutching at his chest a little bit. Yeah.
He went, oh! The ship exploded.
He was like, I'm going to lay down for a nap before this battle, and then he just never woke up. I'm like, Admiral, it's time for the battle. We've lost him.
His last words were, "It's a heart attack." And then he died.
It's a heart attack.
My heart stands no chance against a Star Destroyer.
It was a buildup of plaque. Just dies. Kills Homer.
All right, who we at?
Okay, what
Admiral Akbar, if you look, didn't look like he was in very good shape.
What are you
He's kind of
talking about?
jowly.
You an expert on what makes a hot
Mon
bod for
calamari
that
physiology?
alien?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He was
Look.
trim.
Look at those jowls. And he had a big ass head.
All right,
No,
I'm
but look at his
Googling
body.
Akbar
Look,
gutters.
Did you ever see his body? They don't show you
Yeah, he
his
stands
body.
up. He's like standing. Admiral Akbar.
That's him. That's him. hunched
Sometimes he's
over.
in that just like swiveling chair.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he didn't walk much. He needed more exercise.
Yeah,
Admiral
look at some-
Akbar
look at it,
body.
yeah. Look at
Oh, this is going to take me down a dark hole. I think.
Look at that. All right, Google Admiral Akbar Rule 34.
He looks
He's trim.
hilarious.
He
Okay,
is,
he's
he is
trimmer than
fucking
I thought.
amazing. I love it.
But he's old, and his whole. Wait a minute. Okay, he's got legs. He's got regular legs.
Wait a minute.
It's fucking-
Wait a minute.
Just a
He
minute.
is actually really handsome. Oh my
Wait a
god.
You didn't know he just had a humanish looking body?
I guess I always assumed he was a sea creature, but yeah, you're right. He
A
has legs.
sea creature?
Yeah,
When do you see him in the
species.
ocean?
No, I saw something like his species is like underwater and stuff. They're like,
His
He's
species
perpetually
is
in
underwater.
space.
I know well, they don't need to be underwater, but they have a water-based planet. Just trust me, okay?
He might. There might be some lore.
He
He's
probably
just
has
a
a
giant
cloaca.
fucking fish, all right? So calm down.
Okay,
Admiral Akbar species.
he's a Mon calamari.
He's a Mon calamari, an amphibious species
Thank
hailing
you.
from the ocean planet Mon Cala.
Calamari is like squid, so I
I
guess
don't-
that
yeah.
makes sense.
George Lucas, famously creative. I
As a
guess
species, they are renowned for their shipbuilding expertise, often serving as key leaders in the Rebel Alliance Navy.
And also, Geiger, don't celebrate that. You should not know that. Don't be happy that you knew that.
Drip, drip, drop. The ladies drop their panties when I drop my Mon Calamari knowledge. Would you like to go back and hear more about Admiral Akbar at my place? That was my old line. And then all her friends would go, "It's a trap!" Okay. Anyway, Novak, Griffin Star. I mean, we know Chad's position on Griffin. So
yeah, I know he's not a Griffin fan, but the Griffin is 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, that's true.
A star, also tall.
Here comes Star in control.
Man, I wish I
can't really measure a height of a star, right? Like you wouldn't say the sun is 35 million miles tall or whatever.
No, there's really no up or down in space.
You could.
You can't really...
It's got a circumference.
Boy.
Or whatever. I mean, yeah.
But that's not a height.
Yeah.
I gotta hold myself to some integrity here, and I literally am not creative at this moment to come up with a reason for the Griffin to win, and I wish I could. Yeah, because if I would have thought ahead, I could have given him something more than a big penis, right? That's all he has.
Do you really need more than that, though? I mean,
So I guess I'll say Star.
The biggest threat to the sun, our most favorite star, is someone derailing it with their penis.
Just wait till the star goes up against Rocky Richard.
Well, here's what I will say, though, about Griffin, right? It does have a 25-foot wingspan.
True.
Right? And if you're standing underneath that wingspan, it would block out all the stars in the sky, right? You wouldn't you wouldn't see the stars. So Griffin wins.
Wait, what? Is that
That's
defeating a star?
Point. It is a good point. Thank you. It is an excellent point. Now, ladies, drop your panties and come back to my place at my good point.
I'm trying to figure out the rock, paper, scissors of Chad's logic. So an admiral would beat a Griffin, but would presumably not beat a sun, I'm assuming, or star.
The Griffin planet, Griff Grioli, they really are anti-sun.
They don't. It's a perpetual night planet where the Griffins are from. Okay, they don't even have to worry about stars.
At Griffiolis, they all have giant congs. So they play baseball with their penises. That's the big sport on their planet.
So yeah, let's put Griffin through. I'm going to change mine. I agree with Chad.
All right, Griffin is. I had written Star down already, but Griffin is going to take the top.
What would you have picked if we'd pushed you, Geiger?
Griffin. I like things that are active. It's lame to be go attack a star, and the star just sits there staring at you. This small
sits
penis.
there and kills you. Right.
And you bounce off it and die. All right. At the bottom, there's 10 teams, so we'll pick up the pace here. The 8-9 seed. We start with the Bakersfield Canucks. Now, Canuck is just a colloquial term for Canadian person, right? Mm-hmm. Versus this is the tough one. The 9 is the Ontario Reign, REIGN, like the reign of a king or something. So I don't know how to frame that in a fighting term, so I'll leave it to you to do so. Chad, you're up first here. It could be. I put it in there because it could be the rule of a big military or kingdom or something. But
it's like the
in
full
and of itself,
lineage,
it's a time period. Yeah,
the entire dynasty or whatever.
Yeah, the Akbar dynasty from Star Wars. Now, technically, they took over Mon Cali and not. No,
okay. Versus the other one was Canadian
Canucks.
People.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Canadians have quite a reign of their own, right? Of being for almost 250 years or whatever. Now they've been reigning as America's hat. So that's pretty good. That's a good joke. Look, not to get political here, but in this country, we don't like kings. Okay. But I do like Canadians. So I think the Canucks will win.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put the Canadians through.
All right. Canucks it is. The 7th-seeded Tucson Roadrunners.
Ooh.
It's a funny one. versus number 10, the San Diego Gulls. So an all bird matchup. Seagull versus Roadrunner. Novak.
The real
You going
deal
meep?
Roadrunner is like tiny as fuck.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of shit. Yeah.
A gull, I believe, is a bit bigger. And if we're just going bird on bird, I'm going to go the size advantage and take gull.
Also, Roadrunners cannot fly, I don't think.
Yeah.
They can only road run.
Yeah, I love a little bird on bird action.
Yeah.
That's usually
Birdo.
my porn search history has bird on bird usually. And it's
kind of fucking weird, but yeah.
But
is that a porn category?
I don't
know. No, it isn't.
If it's two fit birds, right? If you're British, like it's two fit bird is a term for a hot woman, right? So
two man birds.
Like,
two griffins fucking. They're half birds.
I just like watching hummingbirds fuck. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I agree. Like the size advantage here, it goes to the seagull. So
okay. We'll go down to the 3-6. It's the Bakersfield Condors, another bird, against the San Jose Barracuda. Barracuda, like a toothy, kind of aggressive fish, versus condors could be fucking each other.
A toothy aggressive fish.
Kind of like that salesman. Toothy and aggressive.
Now, the Barracuda comes from a desert planet, believe it or not. It's not actually a water planet like you might expect.
Barracuda.
Okay. A condor has a wingspan of about 10 feet.
Yeah. It's griffin-like.
So half a griffin or so.
Yeah. It only weighs around 30 pounds. So big for a bird. Barracuda size. Now, a barracuda ranges from 18 inches to 6 feet long, so pretty wide range. The largest being 4 to 6 feet, and they can weigh over 100 pounds. Ooh. So originally I thought I could picture the condor sweeping down, but I'm not sure that that's going to be the case. I think Barracuda's
big boy.
Yeah. I think he's going to leap up out of the water, take down the condor in this one. So let's go Barracuda.
Okay.
Yeah, this might be the first documented case of where doing your own research actually led to something positive. So, because I was definitely under the assumption that the condor could just rip it out of the water. But I think with those sharp teeth and the size advantage, this one's going to the Barracuda.
Okay.
Blue Barracudas.
I have kind of made a mess of this bracket here, but I'm going to try to decipher my own language. Okay. So Barracuda wins this. What in the fuck? Where is this going?
You doing okay over there?
No, not really. Okay, we're going to do, because there's two play-ins, so we're going to wait. The 2 and the 1 seed are going to wait some of these winners. Let's just do really quickly. The Barracuda will go up against the Henderson Silver Knights. So a Silver Knight with big old, that's the 2 seed. Or no.
With big old,
I'm sorry,
what?
real quickly. Henderson Silver Knights against the Gulls.
With big old ass cheeks.
Big old.
It's going to be the Henderson Silver Knights against the Gulls. As the 2 against the 7-10.
Knights, for the sake of time, let's say Knights.
Okay.
Yeah, Knights.
Knights. And now the Knights against the Barracudas.
Knights.
Knights. Bears beat Battlestar Galactica. Okay. The Canucks are going up against the number 1 seeded Coachella Valley Firebirds. So a Firebird, like the rising
have a Firebird
Phoenix.
In the last one?
You think you did have some... The Thunderbird is what we have.
Thunderbird.
Yeah, so we got all the elemental birds in AHL, apparently. A lot of birds in general, to be frank. We could be looking at Griffin Firebird. That might be kind of a neat mythical bird match.
Wait, what's it against?
Canadians.
The Canucks.
For...
Canuck if you buck.
Yeah, let's put Firebird through.
Yeah, here in America, we hate Canadians, so we'll put Firebird through.
You just said you loved him, but okay. The Firebird will then face off against the Calgary Wranglers.
Which is a jeans?
Someone who, or someone who just kind of like wrangles cattle and stuff. Just like, hey, cattle, get over here. That kind of thing.
And that's against the...
Hey, get over here.
The scorpion of the Texas the cowboy world. Get over here. I don't even know who this is.
I think it's me.
Chad, yeah.
It was Wrangler versus what?
Firebird.
Again? Firebird. Oh, Firebird will be the
Okay, and that leaves Firebird.
Here.
Okay, Firebird v Knight, Silver Knight. That's key, and they got those big old swords.
Big old
Firebird's got that big old fire.
Swords.
Firebird's got those big old wake up.
Wait, this is me?
The wake on and Firebird.
The Silver Knight.
Mm-hmm.
He's breezed through the last couple the last few rounds.
In the interest of time, he has. Yes.
Speak of him much.
We didn't assign him any special properties.
He just had. All we know is he had a big ol'. And so
we didn't even have time to find out what the big old thing was.
Canker sore.
Firebird, I actually feel like is less impressive than Thunderbird.
Agreed.
Why?
Which
answer?
Because
of your love of weather.
And not. That's my fire noise.
I mean, I love a good flamethrower, but wouldn't you rather have a lightning gun than a flamethrower?
Apparently, I'm doing this mascot tournament with Michael Winslow all of a sudden. What the fuck is this? I think about the Griffin that is he's all like with his big old cock, and then the Admiral's all like Kelly Hoser.
So I'm gonna take Silver Knight because I like his big old.
The Admiral pulls out his cutlass like shing, and the Griffin pulls out its penis like shing.
The Firebird cuts off his penis like shing.
Yeah, I think Knight will beat the Firebird here. I'm not that impressed with Firebird.
The Knight will beat a fight. How?
Big old
Firebird. Yeah, the Firebird says "caw," and the Admiral says "start a shire."
Okay. You should have had the Admiral beat the Star. Then he could have been a Star Destroyer, literally.
And the salesman says, "Are my children gonna die?"
Okay, we have Griffin versus Silver Knight, and then we will go back over to the other side and then figure out who wins the whole goddamn shooting match. So, Griffin versus Knight. Who do you got?
You know, Silver Knight.
It's kind of a medieval battle, actually.
Yeah, yeah. My love for hybrid animals is well established. It's one of my favorite mythological characters. Is when they take two and mash them together. Mm-hmm. And you know, the Silver Knight, he's had a good run with his big ols, but I just don't know how do you stand up to that, 25-foot wingspan. I mean, the thing, if it beat a Star, it can beat a Silver Knight. So
I think you were saying wingspan at the end of that, but Novak Schlong versus Big Ol.
Yeah, the Silver Knight has a big ol', which helps.
What you bring to the table, sir? Big ol'.
Griffin has a big old wingspan.
You'll have my bow and my big ol'.
I like that the Griffin, as we've talked about, is 8 feet tall.
So
has a raging hard on.
Yeah, he's constantly angry because he's so hard it hurts.
But the Griffin is good, but I like the Silver Knight's big ol'. And I think that he could use.
If there's one thing I like, it's a big ol'.
So I'm going to leave it to you, Guy. Here.
Dumbest possible reasons to move it.
The Griffin or the Silver Knight.
I'm just going to read the room here and sense that we want to be able to say big ol' a while longer. So I'm just going to say Silver Knight. Whether I agree with it or not. Lancelot and his big ol'. All right, real quickly on the other side, we had the Phantom, which I don't know what powers we gave the Phantom. I forget.
We have yet to assign the
that's right. It was a mystery.
Yeah, so I actually, disclosure, I messed this whole thing up because we were supposed to record last weekend and we wouldn't have remembered anything that happened. But since we had to delay a week, And
Now
then
we've heard the
we've heard what
recording.
happened, and I refreshed my memory. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have been like, yeah, Phantom had like Dan Aykroyd
Slammer
blowjob
powers.
flowers.
Yeah.
Or something,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
So Phantom versus Rocket Richard, who famously, or rather not famously, but according to us, famously, mercilessly beat his children. So
He beat children, but not his own. We decided.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a
treated
big
his children
ol'
more
switch.
poorly than that furniture salesman.
I was the one who couldn't decide the Phantom powers, but said I would reveal them.
Yes.
I've had now
It's time for the prestige.
a month to come up with Phantom powers.
And have
I
you?
did not.
And I will reveal them in the next match. Phantom moves on.
No, that just give him a big old dick like everything
Look,
else you do. And then
This Phantom, I'll tell you something about this Phantom. He's not a like rattle the windowsill, like make something slide off the table type Phantom that like you see on a ghost show. Right? He's not one of these like Phantoms that's not going to be a little more aggressive.
he's not like a butler that just died in your house 100 years ago and just is hanging out and like clinking the
No,
china.
he's like one of these aggressive, like I can't think of a good movie, but like
He's
comes
like the
out.
Barracuda of Phantom.
He's more of a
Ghosts.
menace, a Phantom menace, you might say.
Aggressive and sharp-toothed.
He is a Phantom menace.
Is the people going to die? That's what he
He
wants.
is a prequel about trade disagreements.
I'm not in that one.
Now he has a lot of powers, but Maurice the Rocket Richard is this man was born to fight. Right? He spent his whole life fighting. He cannot be
his
put down
newborns.
easy. He's not being put down by anyone in this realm or another. So I'm going to go with Maurice.
Okay, what were the Phantom's powers?
He had like haunting powers.
I gotta be honest, that was a real turd of a month long build-up.
Now, this isn't one of those ghosts that does things like rattle the window. What does it do? It rattles the window. You know, general haunting stuff. You know.
That was a real the crippled kid from Game of Thrones becomes the king reveal at the end there. That's fucking spoiler alert. So fucking that was fucking shit.
The couch salesman is undercover boss, millionaire guy.
That was a real waiting 20 years for a movie, and then it's about trade disagreements level disappointment.
Might as well be wailing on my son. That's Rocket Richard's song. Okay. Well.
Hey,
Chad,
now,
what do
you got a big ol'. Yeah, I mean, we had an opportunity, I think, for the Phantom to win, had it revealed literally any power.
A power of note of any
I
kind.
let it down severely.
Yeah, this is all your fault, Novak. Your fault and the fault of all those other children existing to be beaten by Richard. So,
Right.
I will advance the rocket.
Okay, last one we gotta do here. Rocket Richard is my pen dice. Rocket Richard against the Silver Knight. So would the virtuous knight put an end to this child abusing monster? I really hope the Rocket Richard's family does not listen to this podcast and sue us for libel. This one's getting struck from the archives if we ever get big. Also, the Griffin family for talking about their big penises. But what's that?
It's Switch versus Sword, right? Big ols. The Battle of the Big Ols.
He had a big old switch. Yeah. He didn't use his ice stick, hockey stick, ice stick. What the fuck?
These two guys standing like a switch swinging and the sword like meeting and just lightning from the sky striking both. A huge
Kira
explosion.
Kurosawa film. They're like landing on, like holding on to each other.
You're up,
There
Chad.
can be only one.
I see you have a big ol'. I do.
They go
You as
flying
well.
they go flying through the air like they're in an anime, just ching 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 with a sword and switch whacking against each other.
How hard do you think his fucking stick that he's beating his kids with?
This man's a hockey player and he's fighting with a tree branch instead of his fucking hockey stick.
Imagine the damage he could do if he had an actual hockey stick instead of an invincible twig. Look, Richard, he's a fine man for sure. I'm sure he was a stand-up citizen because he would like stand up and he beat the kids. But
hey, bury that hole a little deeper.
But he doesn't have a suit of armor, but more importantly, he doesn't have a big ol'. So that's the difference maker. I'm gonna go Knight.
Oh, what have we done?
It's definitely one of the better championships we've had. It's one of the better battles, I feel like. It's
a little bit better than like Comet versus Mountain Range. Yeah.
It is a fight I would want to see.
Some old man dressed in tattered hockey gear against a knight. You better have done the dishes, Sir Galahad. Sir beat the shit out of him.
I think how it's kind of gonna go is like Richard lands like a bunch of good switch blows, and the knight's like on a knee, and like Richard's just standing over him, like kind of about to land the fatal blow. But then Knight does like this quick like stand up and spin and drive the big ol' like straight into Richard's stomach.
So like the ending of every medieval times show ever.
So Knight with his big ol' for the win.
Remember when our friend got all drunk and started yelling, "The Green Knight has a big ol'." Okay. So, all right, congrats to the Silver Knight on the hard fought victory.
All right, let's eat the M&Ms. The caramel. These are caramel freeze-dried candy M&Ms. M&Ms Pop'd P-O-P''D. Now, we've had a lot of freeze-dried candy, and for the most part, it sucks. But we have not had any freeze-dried M&Ms before. And when you look at these, I don't think so. Yeah, it's usually like a fruity candy. But these look like you can see the two ends caps of the M&Ms on each side, and then in between, I don't know. It's like, how would you describe that? It looks like a cookie kind of middle in between them.
Also, usually I feel like when we have the freeze-dried candy, it's like not officially, it'll be like from some little candy shop where they're just like, yeah, we freeze-dried a bunch of Skittles or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is officially M&M's brand.
So you can still taste a fair bit of chocolate in there. I think it's just the caramel that's freeze-dried.
And I gotta say, this is a big old bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little better than I thought they'd be. I have a really low expectation of things that say freeze-dried on them. I don't think this is necessarily better than a regular M&M. I would rather have a regular M&M, for sure. I also don't think caramel is the best choice to go with. Like, even a regular caramel M&M, not a huge fan. So I wish they had done this. I don't know how you would do this with like a peanut M&M, honestly. Like, I don't think you could, right?
Peanut butter M&M.
Yeah, maybe you could do it with the peanut butter M&M. I'm not sure what the process is, if it's similar to how they make like the freeze-dried candies that aren't chocolate, if it's the same as this. But
I think they put them in a big old freezer.
I think they're a little better than I thought. In the spirit of generosity here, I'm going to slide them into a low level like that. They are tasty-ish. I could see munching on this bag. So they are good enough. I don't think they're great, but just slightly sliding into like that. Geiger, what do you think?
So I agree with you that I'd rather have a regular, like plain M&M, but I would probably rather have these than a regular caramel M&M.
That might be true, yeah.
Because the caramel flavor to me is a little more muted and it's easier to eat. It's not so gooey in the middle. I think they're tasty. There's a fair amount of chocolate still. So you still get that hit of chocolate. You still get a little bit of the candy shell. And it's not, I think part of the problem that we've had, Chad hit on it before a little bit with some of the other freezer ice stuff, it's always some like artificially flavored-y, fruity kind of thing that just kind of like gunks in your teeth and just doesn't taste like shit. This is like the chocolate kind of comes through here more, so it tastes good still. So I'm actually giving it a solid like that. I think these are tasty.
Okay, it's easily going to get the win pretty much no matter what, but let's see what Chad thinks. What do you think?
I agree kind of with what you guys are saying. I think the caramel M&M here like doesn't do this end product any favors. Even just like a regular M&M would have been a lot better. It is better than I expected. I still don't think it's very good. There is no world that I would buy this over regular M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms, half a dozen other M&M flavors. So to me, that says that this belongs as an indifferent to dat, which is where I'm going to put it.
That's probably pretty fair. It is the best of the day.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
clearly it got a couple of likes. Geiger, where can the listener contact us?
If you are a silver knight and you have a if you sell furniture for a living and you desperately need to feed your family or get a better dental plan, if you are the family of Rocket Richard, we're sorry. We're just kidding around. All good fun. You know you had to switch, though. If you are the Griffin and you have that massive, majestic schlong.
If you're the Griffin.
If you are the mythical Griffin of lore, I want to see your dong. I don't. I think Novak does. He was telling me your dong. Let's see some of that Griffin porn. Mostly Chad's looking at bird porn.
Bird on bird.
We want bird on bird, like a penguin versus an emu.
Bird on lion porn. The Griffin.
That's how they come up with the Griffin. Yeah, I suppose it's not usually versus in porn. If you're Admiral Akbar, I'm sorry I called you fat. You're actually in pretty good shape. And you got legs. So there's that. Anyway, if you've wanted to let us know what you thought about these snacks, suggest a snack, ask a question for the mailbag, all that good stuff, you can do it at youtrieddat@gmail.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Let us only done it 360 sometimes. If you would like to give us some reviews, stars, likes, all that stuff, that'd be great. If you would like to tell your friends and family about that, that'd be great. And as always, thank you for listening. And one last thank you to Becky for the Squirlies.
Yes, thank you, Becky. Okay. Congratulations to Silver Knight and the Big Ol'. That's going to do it this time. We'll be back next time. Trying out 3 brand new snacks. Big Ol'.
I read through all of Greek mythology, and they're all rock hard all the time.